Over to you, Anisha.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great only. First of all, congratulations on coming this fast. Ma'am, can you hear me? Am I audible? Is the
Yes, you
voice
are.
clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, congratulations to all of you for reaching this far. I have been in this position approximately 3 to 4 times because I have sat for this exam 3 to 4 times. So I know how hard it is, and I know how hard your last 1 week is going to be. So today I'm going to be sharing the strategy that I feel is very important for the upcoming INI-CET, which is just 1 week around the corner, and then we have NEET also. But that's a bigger timeline. We'll discuss about that as well. But I want to tell you guys, I have seen all of the messages that you guys have put forth, and I will be stressing upon that as well. But there are certain things which I want to deliver today, focusing majorly on the mindset that is required, because I think that there are so many people, so many videos out there which will help you sort the academic queries. But feel at this point of time, especially for the upcoming INI-CET, it's important to have a better positive mindset, and I'll be focusing on that as well. So, firstly, I'll just tell you one thing about one peculiar thing about me is that I got a rank of 109 in November NICT by preparing for just 4 months, and then I prepared for another 6 months because I could not get radiology in that. So I was hoping to get a better rank because I had studied more definitely, but I got a rank of 1160, which was like 10x of what I got in my 4 months of preparation ka attempt. So that is one thing I will be stressing upon because I feel that's where people falter. People falter in their mindset, in their approach while they are giving the exam. So I'll just start with my presentation now. Ma'am, can you see the presentation?
No.
Can you see it now?
Yes, it's visible.
Uh, okay. Is it clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So starting on what to expect. So first we'll focus on the 1 week for the upcoming INI-CT, and then I'll cater to your academic needs as well. So what to expect? For this 1 week and for the next 1 month, please make realistic goals. See, you will not be able to cover everything. Where people falter the maximum is that they feel that we'll cover the main notes, all the BTR, all the marrow, all the prep ladder things that we have read, but that's really not possible. So have a strategic plan, have a realistic plan, pen down whatever you feel is priority for you, whatever you feel, wherever you feel you're lacking, and just do that. You have to have a very good, just study wisely. You have to have a very good routine where you know what you have to study for a particular subject, and focus on things where you lack. Don't focus on everything. Trust your
Anisha,
instincts.
I'm really sorry to stop you in between. I think there is some issue. Your screen has freezed.
The PPT as well.
Yeah, even the PPT, and it's better now with your screen. Try with PPT. I think there is some network bandwidth issue.
Can you, network is from my
It's
side.
visible, but the screen is not clear.
The screen is not clear.
Yeah.
Can you show I have sent you the PPT. Can you share screen if that's possible?
Sure, I will do that. Sure, just give me a minute. It's visible, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Perfect.
Okay. So, see, next, anxiety is very much normal. Most of you will be feeling so anxiety, so much anxiety. So just understand that everyone out there, the person who's going to get rank one is feeling this anxiety. So this is a very normal thing, and just like practice the art of suppression. I hope that most of you know what the term suppression means by now. So just practice that. Now, more than usual difficulty to retain things, don't confuse it with a bad preparation. What you guys do is that what everyone does. I used to think that, okay, I am getting so anxious. It is very difficult for me to retain things. That means I am not well prepared. It's not the case. Your mind is just confused. It's under a lot of pressure. So don't be hard on yourself. Just relax and try to take in whatever you can. Just try to read passively, open a book in front of you, and let everything that you go through go into your mind very passively. Don't stress a lot. Whatever you feel is not possible right now, just let it go. It will stick no matter what you do. Okay. Next, tendency to procrastinate. Please do not feel that kal kar lenge, kal aega nahi, because exam is literally 1 week away and NEET is 1 month away. No exam is going to get postponed. So don't bank on that and do whatever you plan and like just put an end to it. Coming on to the next slide, and yeah, please, for the next 1 month as well, there will be such great urges to give up, to change your path, to just choose anything, any UPSC exam, or maybe sit for November INI-CET. Please do not fall into that. No matter how many hours, how many months you put in, you will never feel prepared for this exam. This is too much. So just do whatever you can. Exam is in just 3 days, yeah. So exam is in 3 days, so that is all the more reason to not give up, because you just have 2 days of hard work that you have to put in, and then you can just relax. Can you just get to the next slide? So yeah, you must have seen this meme a lot. When it feels scary to jump, that is exactly when you jump. I genuinely believe when your anxiety is at its worst, when you feel that ab nahi ho payega, that is the time when you make the comeback. That is actually the time where what is make or break. Just don't break in that. I am telling you, one day before NEET, I was 100% sure कि ये मेरा fail होने वाला, I'm not prepared. And then you make your biggest comeback. It is your biggest breakthrough. So जब सबसे ज़्यादा डर लगे, it means you are actually worried about it and you are going to get through this. Next. Can you? Yeah. So yeah, coming to the questions that you guys asked. 1 month to NEET PG, what to study? How to plan your 1 month, which is the most important question. So see, now covering your basics in 3 months is quite easy. Everybody knows what to study and there is a lot of content. So you are able to study in 3 months. How to assemble it so that you are able to study in 1 month? Firstly, what to choose between MCQ and theory. See, my point of view is कि exam से पहले maximum content should go into your brain. It should not be just one-liner facts that should get into your brain, because you have to know stuff in the exam. Now is not the time to test yourself. So just maximize theory. I feel your theory and MCQ percentage which should be around 70 to 30%. 70% theory and 30% MCQs, and that to focus on your PYQs. Right? I know you must have gone through your PYQs by now. So what you can do is whatever bookmarked PYQs you have. One of you also asked, do we need to do before 2017? I genuinely believe that it is not productive. It is a futile thing, because there is a possibility that you might get 1 or 2 questions before 2017, but it is not worth the hassle. You should bank on things which you know will come back, like monetize things. Is time pe it is much more imperative to put in time, put in effort. I want to go only in, okay, I'll focus on that as well. um, this time it is much more important to focus on things जो आपको एक ही टेबल से 4 क्वेश्चन आएंगे. You guys already know the trend of last year. There was this table of hyperlipidemia where you got 2 questions. So be wise in studying कि मैं कम काम करूं और मेरा outcome ज़्यादा निकले. Don't focus on questions. Next, do not leave any subject. This is the trap you should never fall into. People say anesthesia to nahi aati, ai to nahi aati, leave it. No. What will happen in the exam is that when there is a question from the subject that you have left, your mind will think that you don't know the subject because you have not read in the last 15 days and you know the subject. ये सारा पानी फिर जाएगा on those subjects which you've already done. So don't get into that trap. Just like eyeball it कि आंखों से निकाल लो. If you don't have the time, just do BTR. BTR is the bare minimum ना. Just like get through कि एक बार मैं आंखों से निकाल लूं, but don't leave any subject. Next, theory more than MCQs. Just what I stressed upon, 70% theory and MCQs also. First is focus on PYQs. Bookmarked PYQs should be your topmost priority amongst MCQs. How many GPs to give? So there are two school of thoughts. I have seen very successful people, successful teachers preaching that you should give more and more GTs. And I've seen teachers who say that you should give less GTs and no GTs at all in the last 15 days. And the latter is the one I believe in. You are, please feel free to follow whatever you want. But I sincerely feel that knowledge zyada jani is time, it's more important, so that it is superficial in your mind while you're attempting the question. Secondly, if you sit for GTs, please make sure that you are one of those persons who does not get into constant anxiety कि यार marks गंदे आ गए. You don't need to have demotivation just before the exam. That is the last thing that you want. इस time पे you should have that mentality that I am going to get rank 1 in the exam. So मुझे बस ऐसा लगता है कि GT से if it is coming as a learning tool for you, please go ahead. But if it is coming as a tool कि you are judging yourself beyond because of that कि मेरा तो GT का score ही आया तो मेरा NEET ऐसा आएगा. Please do not give GTs. It is not how you are giving your GTs. It really does not replicate. I have seen toppers interviews. I have met people who were not getting good ranks in GTs, not even like 15 days before the exam, and they got legit top 100 ranks. So secondly, there are a lot of questions regarding this as well. Ki GT mein score stuck. Ma'am, GT review is taking extremely much time. I have to focus on that question. Minimum, yeah. GT review should be completed in maximum that day or the next day, especially when NEET is just around the corner. You cannot push more than that. How you have to serve through this is, आपने सबसे पहले अपने wrongs पे बहुत focus करना है. Spend good 3-4 hours on your wrongs. Right में just like skim through it. आपने सब कुछ नहीं पढ़ना. Make sure कि 30, 40, 50, 60 questions wrong गलत हुए हैं, 70 गलत हुए हैं. You spend 4 to 5 hours on your wrong questions. अच्छे से पढ़ो. Why you marked what you marked and why should the other option be the answer. You should have a very very clear distinction. लोग कहते हैं silly mistake थी यार, मैं दो में confuse हो गया. No, it's not a silly mistake. Everybody could rule out the two options. जो two में आप confuse हुए, that is because the examiner wanted you to get trapped in that. Just make sure आपको clarity से पता है कि ये DD का क्या मतलब है, ये DD का क्या मतलब है. Right? INI is FMG bits beneficial. Go through FMG के last 2 exams. I feel वो NEET में बहुत पूछे जाते हैं. INI थोड़ा सा dicey है, but before NEET, definitely sit for the last 2 exams for FMG. In our exam as well last year, we got around 2 questions from FMG, straight 2 questions. Right? How many questions to solve? What about choti copy? Okay. So see, most of you must have made a choti copy by now. If not, that's also okay. BTR itself is a choti copy. Now, how to split your syllabus is that when you're preparing for NEET for 1 month, just make sure that आपका अब आपकी एक cycle पूरी होनी चाहिए, because मुझसे ज़्यादा आप you cannot adjust. I don't think you will be able to adjust because INI के बाद आप 1-2 days का break लोगे, so you will have around 25-26 days. Make sure that in 20 days maximum your syllabus is completed. Right? Make a schedule starting from 21st May, whenever you want to start. Make a schedule ki aise ki how you are going to complete 19 subjects, but that should be over before 5 days before NEET. Now, what you have to do in the last 5 days? First, 3 days में तो आपको वो काम पूरा करना है जो आपने सबसे ज्यादा दूर किया था. The subjects that you have covered in the last 10 days of May, because those will be volatile. You'll have to go through that. एक बार आंखों से निकालना पड़ेगा. Whatever you have read in June, you will be confident because that is just 2 weeks before the exam. But उससे पहले का याद करना, it's too much for your mind. So just keep that space of 3 days for the subjects you have covered in the last 10 days of May. Right? Then you will have two days left जिसमें you have to do stuff. Now this is the ultra most छोटी copy which I feel कि आपने एक महीने में जो काम जो आपने लास्ट में किया रिवाइज, उसमें आपने हाईलाइट कर लिया और टेक स्क्रीनशॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स और मे बी राइट डाउन टॉपिक्स कि आईपीसी पढ़ने हैं यार, मुझे बीएनएस करना है, मुझे माइलस्टोन्स करने हैं. Make an extremely choti copy for the last 2 days when you are very anxious and when you have to keep those volatile things in your mind very superficially. Do this for the next 2 days, and also just don't forget to do compiled modules as well. There are 4-5 videos of compiled modules which are utmost necessary for you to do. जिसमें infections आती हैं, graphs आते हैं, formulas आते हैं, histopath images आते हैं, and cancers आते हैं. Other than that, these are just upcoming things which Zainab ma'am has added, like Gray's all the grays and all the love and Bailey. I don't feel that as imperative for you to do in the last 2 days, but just focus on these 4-5 compiled modules which I just discussed. Right? So that is how you will sum up 70% theory, 30% MCQs. 20 days में you're completing the 19 subjects, make a proper schedule. You should not have the anxiety कि काम कैसे पूरा करना है. From day one, your mind should know कि काम ऐसे पूरा होगा, and just because I've penned it down, I will complete it. Be disciplined. Do not perpetuate things. Do not procrastinate. Last के 20 days are golden. It actually is the make or break deal in the last 20 days, right? Next slide, ma'am. I also have, yeah, last 10 days revision schedule. Now, many people have asked me that as well. Which subjects to focus on? See, there are certain five, six subjects which everybody knows are important, which includes surgery, OBGYN, micro, pharma, patho, and biochem. Medicine, I will not stress upon because these three, four subjects, which I told in the last, is actually medicine only, pharma, micro, patho, right? Secondly, this is important, definitely these are important, but just this, I think this is a very personal question. Whatever you feel is lacking in your preparation is important for you, right? I remembered medicine otherwise is the most important subject. This is what people say कि medicine जिसको आती है उसका सबसे अच्छा selection होएगा. Medicine is the one subject which I did not do in the last 10 days ever before sitting for the exam. Why? Because I knew it was a very strong subject for me कि medicine तो कर ही लूंगी. मेरे last के 10 days में subjects were ophtha, surgery, obs gynae, which people don't find that difficult, which people don't find even that important कि यार ophtha कौन करता है, but मेरी weak थी. So I think this is a very personal question. uh, Whatever you feel is lacking in your preparation becomes an important subject for the last 10 days. Whatever you're confident about, keep it the farthest most from your exam because you will remember it. Medicine, I knew this much कि I knew it कि अगर मैं 2 हफ्ते में last 2 weeks में नहीं भी करके गई, I will know it. So keep that subject the farthest most because you will be most confident about that subject in the exam, right? इस प्रायोरिटी में मत चलना कि लोग कह रहे हैं कि ईएनटी तो नहीं आती तो सबसे दूर रख दो. वो नहीं, वो एग्जाम में 5 क्वेश्चंस भी आएंगे आपको सारे भूले होंगे बिकॉज वो पहले ही वीक था आपका. सो बी वाइज इन दैट. Next, how to include theory and MCQs. Maximize theory. I would even suggest कि last के 20 days में PYQs के अलावा कोई question मत करना, कोई question मत करना. Random facts का कोई फायदा नहीं है. These are just like facts. How will they help you? There is a very slight possibility that you will get direct question from Barrow, Preplado, whatever platform that you think is important. ऐसे बहुत slight chances हैं. ज्यादा चांसेस ये हैं कि आपने जो बल्क में थ्योरी कवर की, जो आपने डब्बे पढ़े, जो आपने फ्लो चार्ट्स पढ़े, उसमें से आपको क्वेश्चन आएगा. The exam this time will be very much conceptual. It will not be factual. Last year also it was a blow for most of the people because people had not prepared for a conceptual exam. Be a holistic reader for the next 1 month. आपको एक पेशेंट ही चल के वो आपको एक पेशेंट ही देंगे. No matter how factual the subject is, फिर भी आपको पेशेंट के फॉर्म में ही क्वेश्चन आएगा. So be ready for that. That is why random facts, straight isolated facts do not help that much, right? Now, RGT is important. I would say don't attempt any GT in the last 10 days. That's my sincere suggestion. Please, if you feel that you need to have confidence कि एक बार एग्जाम अटेम्प्ट करके देख लूं, तो हफ्ता पहले एक GT दे देना, उससे ज्यादा मत देना. Because what will happen is कि एक तो you will get tired. See, 3 hours अपने undivided attention का मतलब ये है your brain is not tired of giving and solving MCQs. And how to keep your brain fresh is not solving MCQs 1 week before the exam, right? Keep your brain very much fresh. I have sat for USMLE step 1 and step 2 and I'm telling you with this thing that अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा questions before your exam देके जाते हो, your brain is very very much tired. Don't be in that loop. आपको नहीं करना, आपको अपना mind fresh रखना है कि अब आपको fun होना चाहिए in the exam कि I want to solve an MCQ because it's been so long since I've solved the MCQ. So your brain will be fresh कि मैं करूँगा with my full vigors. Right? What about compiled modules? Do it. Do these 5 compiled modules. These are very important. These are imperative for you to do. Histopath class, graph class. Then we have infectious disease class, formula class, and cancers class. These are very, very important. Next, GT score stuck. Yeah, I have highlighted this thing because I think if I get 100 queries a day, 90 of the queries revolve around GT score stuck. So, see, I have also gotten this one question, ma'am, I'm getting 100 to 110 correct. Is it possible to get a drastic, massive shift in next 1 month and finally actually crack NEET? Now, I will tell you one golden thing about this is There is no particular formula for getting a better GT score. If I tell you do this subject, it will never improve. It will never, your GT score will never improve. You have to sit down. You have to sit down and break your faults into 3 sections. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि मैं गलती कर कहाँ रहा हूँ. Nobody else can tell you how to improve your GT better than you can. You have to sit down, segregate your faults into either silly, either conceptual, or either new topic. You have to know कि मेरे को किस पे stress करना है. If it is a silly topic, अच्छे से schedule बनाओ. Make that. I used to make bar charts as well. मतलब मैंने इसको इतना एक statistical analysis बना लिया था कि मेरी गलती हो कहाँ रही है. Only then you will improve. आपको पता तो होना चाहिए कि मैं गलती कर कहाँ रहा हूँ. If it is a silly mistake, make sure that you're putting in slots of 3 hours minimum. Because if it is a silly mistake, it means your brain gets tired in the middle of your exam. आपको ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. You should have that undivided attention and practice. Tell your brain to sit for 3 hours at least, so that आपका brain train हो जाए कि मेरे को 3 hours तक सिर्फ screen पे ही देखना है. If it is a new topic, it's okay. Just read it. If you feel most of the people have gotten it right, add that into your notes for last 15 days. It means it's important and you don't have it in your system, so you have to revise it in the last 15 days. If it is a conceptual thing, don't worry, sit back, try to think कि मेरे को कैसे सोचना चाहिए था. Conceptual thing will be mostly out of a medicine subject only. So आप थोड़ा सा figure out करो कि okay ये ऐसे disease की line ऐसे पूछेंगे. Surgery और obs gynae से तो direct questions ही आते हैं ज़्यादा. So conceptual thing को आपने ऐसे approach करना है कि okay this was a new thing and this is how I will approach in case I get a similar question. It's okay. Do not get into this loop कि मेरे को silly mistakes बार बार आपकी हो रही हैं. Silly mistakes is on you. It is your responsibility. It is your fault. You will always feel regretful of the silly mistakes after the exam. So silly mistakes के लिए आपने 3 to 3.5 hours का slot करना ही है दिन में एक minimum. There is you cannot leverage that. You have to sit for that minimum. अगर आप 2 slots ऐसे कर लोगे, more than better, because you will be more, your brain will get more acquainted to that stressful environment कि 6-7 घंटे भी पढ़ रहे हो तो फिर एग्जाम में लगेगा 3.5 घंटे के एग्जाम तो क्या ही है, right? Slot as in 3 hours of studying. Yes, I mean continuous 3 hours of studying where your room is shut, no one is disturbing you, you have your phone in your hand, right? ऐसे पढ़ना है कि no care in the world types पढ़ना है कि कुछ भी हो जाए मुझे 3 hours undivided attention, because that is how it is going to happen in the exam. Exam में for people who are sitting for the exam for the first time, I will tell you there will be 100 distractions. एक तो पहले ही tension होती है कि rank है, top बढ़ेगा, मौका पकड़ रही है. ऊपर से कूलर किसी का कंप्यूटर खत्म खराब गया. These things actually happen. So आपको see exam में ना who will win is not the person who knows the most. The person who has nerve of steel, that person will win. So I'm telling you, train your mind like that कि भाई कुछ भी नहीं लाएगा मुझे for those next 3.5 hours. So have slots of 3.5 hours where everything is shut and your brain is just focused on studies. How to deal with anxiety. Next 3-4 slides I'll just run through that because I will cater to your questions also. Now मैं आपको बताती हूँ why I faltered in my next May INI-CET attempt was because I was anxious before the exam, because I knew कि अब इसके बाद अगर मैंने गलती की तो सारी दुनिया मुझे बोलेगी कि पिछला एग्जाम was a तुक्का. And I think so many people amongst you have also gone through this, that what will people say, what will my parents think, what will my friends think. I was a scholar while I was in college. Now what is happening with me? Everybody falls into that loop. First of all, you're not alone in that. Everybody goes through that. Even rank one was from my college, so I can tell you that he also went through that. Everybody goes through that. Make a schedule down to everyone. Don't let your mind think कि मेरा syllabus कैसे खत्म होगा. आप अपने mind को शांत करो. I already know कैसे खत्म होगा because I've written it down. Write down your schedule. Your brain should feel relaxed that we have everything under control. Next, figure out your own strengths and weaknesses. Make sure कि जो 10 subjects आपके लिए weak हैं, those are the most important 10 subjects, no matter how useless subjects these are. But because you don't know that, they become the most important subjects for you, right? Prepare for the bad days. Keep a buffer day after every 10 days, because you are a human only and you will be going through a lot of anxiety in the next 1 month. So just make sure कि आपके schedule में buffer days हैं. I also had them. Nobody is perfect. You will falter. You will be able to do on your good days as well maximum 90% of the work. Keep that 10% का work, accumulate it, and after 10 days just complete it on your buffer day. Spare time for things people you actually love. Now why I am saying this is sustainable habits is आपको next 1 month will be really painful. So just have that one slot in your day where you are actually doing what you love. right? आपको you have to keep going. You don't have to get into that trap of depression. सबसे ज़्यादा issue आता है. B, make a sustainable schedule. मुझे नहीं लगता, I really don't feel that one can study for 18 hours, 17 hours. Push yourself to the maximum limit, but also know that I have to have a sustainable schedule because I have to do for this all this for the next 1 month. So keep 1 to 2 hours with your parents. If you want to watch a movie or a show, whatever you feel is relaxing for you, just keep that for 1 hour minimum, I feel. Then isolate your hard work from constant thoughts of what ifs. There will be a lot of what ifs. There will be feelings जहाँ पे आपको लगेगा मेरा एग्जाम दोबारा ना क्रैक हुआ, मैं थर्ड ड्रॉपर फोर्थ ड्रॉपर बन जाऊंगा, मेरे दोस्त क्या कहेंगे. Isolate it. There is nothing more than you can do than study at this point of time. And if you don't study at this point of time, you are just constantly nurturing that thought of what ifs. Then you are already falling in that trap. Then you are already making that what ifs a reality. Don't like this is the maximum that you can do. You can sit and study. मतलब मैं अपने आप को ऐसे समझाती थी कि मैं इससे ज्यादा कर क्या सकती हूँ. You at this point of time, whatever you're doing right now, you've reached this far, you're attending this session, you're studying, you have already won the race. I am telling you this. I had watched this show um, where there was this Jeetu Bhaiya and then he had said कि तैयारी जीत की नहीं, जीत ही तैयारी ही जीत है. So I just want to tell you कि preparation itself is a win and you have already won. Do not feel stressful, do not have that anxiety. कोई बात नहीं, everything will sail through. Next, go with your gut feeling. Yeah, in the exam also there will be questions जहाँ पे आप you think यार ये होना चाहिए but I don't know ये क्यों होना चाहिए. That is coming from a place where you have learnt it. Yeah, quota factory. So I'm just telling you कि वो ब्रेन में एक प्लेस होती है जहाँ पे you've already read it, you cannot explain it to anyone. ऐसे होता है ना कि यार बस यही आंसर, मुझे नहीं पता क्यों है. Go with that feeling. Your gut feeling takes precedence over anything, over any logic, right? Limit social interactions. Do not talk to people. अभी war का एक new issue आ गया है. हमारे time पे floods का issue आ गया था. So issues तो होते रहेंगे, right? तो just like limit social interaction. Exam I feel NICT तो पक्का होना है. Secondly, अगर नहीं भी होना है, is there anything that you can do? No. अगर हो गया, be prepared कि होना है 3 days के बाद. Limit social interactions, cut off all ties which are making you negative. Don't talk to people who give you that negative energy. It's very important to have a pleasant mind, have a positive feeling कि बस exam खत्म होने वाला है और फिर मैं करूँगा enjoy or sleep or whatever you want to do. But like limit interactions with negative people. It really does affect your exams. Next, exam day mindset for INI-CET. Yeah. So I am just coming on that. Why I jumped from AIR 109 to AIR 1160 and then bounced back again to 352. So 109, I got in 4 months of preparation, and I'm not lying, guys. I'm really not lying. Because I was a good student in college as well. I'd already done Marrow, but my props. So that's why I also got it. 109 was under a lot of, it was not at all under a lot of anxiety or pressure because I had hoped कि मैंने 4 महीने ही prepare किया. Nobody is expecting things from me. I was also not expecting things from me. So because of that mindset, because nobody was expecting things from me and I was out of that pressure zone, I aced that exam. I gave my best shot and it actually replicated because मेरे को कोई pressure नहीं था. This I'm telling you, this just goes on to show that जब आप बिना pressure के कोई exam देते हो ना, it actually really does help. मैंने तो ये mindset देखा है. Then during 1160, what happened was, now the first point is expecting a better rank now that I had prepared more. Most of you people have already sat for the November INI-CET or last year's NEET also. So you might be under this false belief कि अब तो मैंने ज़्यादा पढ़ लिया है, अब तो मैंने 8 months और पढ़ लिया है, so I will get a better rank. This is not how it happens. I want to tell you, I don't want to demotivate you. ज़्यादा पढ़ने से चीजें होती हैं, but please do not, this is like आप अपने mind को एक pressure दे रहे हो कि मुझे अब तो करना ही है better. तो just feel free. मेरे को पढ़ना था, मेरे को पढ़ लिया, and this actually helps. अगर अब नहीं तो कभी. But I'm telling you, don't put that undue, unnecessary pressure on your mind कि मुझे rank लेना ही है. It's okay, guys. It's actually not a big deal. जब मैं preparation में थी, मैं सोचती थी कि it is a big deal. I still feel I acknowledge what you're feeling right now, but I'm telling you, as a bigger picture, it's actually worth the wait. अगर इतना आप एंजाइटी अपना इतना प्रेशर डालोगे ब्रेन पे, it actually affect your exam strategy. So it's okay, guys. What you can do maximum is study, and you're doing that. Next, what will people say? See, if you can find the courage to isolate that thought, please do it. Nobody actually cares about what you're doing in life, right? And हमें बस लगता है कि यार दुनिया ऐसे बोलेगी वैसे बोलेगी. No. Exam के 3 hours में ना, in my INI-CET, I used to think, I'll go back and then people will say कि गंदा आ गया rank. It might also happen with you. So just try to put a break to that thought कि नहीं मुझे कुछ नहीं सोचना, like let it go, just like let it go. Actively put in effort कि मुझे नहीं सोचना ये. Next, yeah, then obviously trust God's plan and one day at a time. So see what is going to happen in 3 years of 3 hours of INI-CET is that you will sit and there will be blocks. First thing I would like to tell you is mindset for INI-CET is take one question at a time. आप फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन में पहुंच गए, do not dwell on the question number one. It's already done. You had put in the maximum amount of thought that you could. तो आप जब पांचवें क्वेश्चन पे हो, don't think about question number one. Do not think about previous block. ब्लॉक तो आप वैसे विजिट ही नहीं कर सकते. ये फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन को आप विजिट कर सकते हो. But I will tell you, if you keep on thinking about that one question, you will get the question eventually wrong. First instinct, the gut instinct is always right. So whatever you're doing right now, put maximum thought into it. मुझे बेस्ट शॉट देना है, जो भी मुझे पता है, जो भी नॉलेज, अगर मुझे तुक्का भी मारना है तो फुल नॉलेज से मारना है. आई विल नॉट थिंक अबाउट द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन और द प्रीवियस ब्लॉक. यू विल मोस्ट लाइकली गेट the question wrong if you change the answer, or secondly you cannot go to the previous block. So there is thinking about the previous question is absolutely futile. Secondly, when you're reading the question, just make sure that you're not just venturing out for things कि देखते हैं पेपर कैसा आया. Don't do that. INI-CET has very less time. You will be always in a constant rush because the time crunch is too much. It's such a fast it's such a fast exam. So just make sure कि मैं एक बार पढ़ूंगा, ढंग से पढ़ूंगा. If it is a long stem, read the last line, read the options, see the image कि पूछना क्या चाह रहे हैं, subject कौन सा खोलना है. Then start from the question. But make sure एक बार पढ़ना है क्वेश्चन, बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ना है क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज आई एम टेलिंग यू सेकेंड टाइम नहीं आता. यू ऑलवेज फील देयर इज अ सेकेंड टाइम, बट वो नहीं आएगा एग्जाम में, स्पेशली इन INI-CET. द टाइम क्रंच इज टू मच, राइट? थिर्डली, हैव कीप अ कांस्टेंट चेक. 20 minutes के बाद ना, just look at the timer if you're not running short of time. Just make sure आपका कोई question unvisited ना रह जाए. So like whenever you're at a particular question, कि आप थोड़ा थोड़ा देख लो, ये नहीं कि हर क्वेश्चन के बाद देखना है, मतलब आपका टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है. बट आफ्टर 10-15 क्वेश्चंस मेक योर ओन पर्सनल स्ट्रैटेजी, बट उसके बाद आपने अपना टाइमर देखना है. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, if you feel there are two options which you have 100% ruled out, attempt that question for sure, right? There is मतलब अब आपने अगर तुक्का भी मारना है, blind तुक्का, make that, do that. You 50% chance में ना, it is always a win. It is always a win. Because you know the exam is going to be on the tougher side only, even if it will be like November INI-CET, still I feel the competition is too much, people know a lot. So just take the guess. I don't think it's not even me, it's a statistical analysis. अगर आप YouTube पे जाके देखोगे ना कि आप इतने questions wrong करो तो इतने correct, तो the bottom line is that attempt the questions where you have ruled out two options. Where you have ruled out one option, I feel that's a dicey road. Then you have to take a chance कि मैं already एक अच्छी position पे हूँ, तो attempt the question. How many questions? I'll come to that. Then take the risk कि मैंने okay, I'm confident. I am already confident that I have gotten 150 questions right. So attempt the question. If you already feel that I am walking on thin ice कि यार negative से ही lose हो जाएगा, don't attempt the question. Clueless तो पक्का ही छोड़ना है. Please don't have fun in the exam. तुक्का मार के देखते हैं, ये कभी नहीं होता. This is like you will never gain out of that. So how many questions? 190 minimum, 190 plus minimum. November INI-CET, the topper got 189 correct. So you can't attempt less than 190. The topper is getting 189 questions correct. तो 190 तो आपको करने ही करने हैं, जिसके बारे में आप बिल्कुल clueless हो. That questions only, absolutely those questions you can leave. और वो 10 से ज्यादा नहीं होने चाहिए. बाकी questions में अगर थोड़ा थोड़ा gibberish लग रहा है, but you feel there are lapses where you feel this is familiar, this word sounds familiar, okay, this is where I've read. Make effort for that. Take a risk for that. थोड़ा सा आप अपना calculated risk लो कि okay, this word I have heard, I'll try to rule out options कि ये नहीं, ये नहीं, ये नहीं. तो उसके लिए ना, don't run away. Also in INI-CET, be a fighter, be a warrior. Why I'm saying this is that there is a possibility, according to the previous trends, before November INI-CET, the exam was very gibberish. It is actually a tough exam. There will be questions जो बिल्कुल इधर उधर से words which you have not even heard. So be a fighter in the exam. Just know कि मेरे को गिव अप नहीं करना. क्वेश्चन रीड करोगे, देयर विल बी अ टेंडेंसी कि क्या पूछ लिया यार, व्हाट इज दिस, you will blame the government, blame the system, that what are they asking, is this an MBBS level exam, what am I, what do they think of this? And don't give in that loop, just fight, don't give up on that question, because nobody knows them. What people think is there is a set of people who are toppers from the beginnings, who are born toppers. There are no born toppers. Everybody is a fighter in the exam. Just be that fighter and try to rule out things like marrow GT questions. Exactly. Have you ever given a marrow GT questions where you think um, that ये पूछ क्या लिया यार, what the hell is marrow doing? But that is what happens in the real INI-CET exam as well. So just fight कि मेरे को किसी तरीके से internship की कोई basic knowledge कुछ इधर उधर से सुना होगा, I will fight for that question. If you do that ना, तो most of the questions निकल जाते हैं. People falter in this कि छोड़ यार, ये तो बकवास है, ये तो मुश्किल क्वेश्चन है. 50 questions बहुत मुश्किल questions होंगे यार normal INI-CET pattern में. So just don't give up. Try to somehow find that one glitch which is very heard of कि मुझे पता है ये बात. So I will rule this out, and hence this is not the answer. Things like that. Coming to the next slide. Yeah. So now one important thing I would like to. I think this is the last slide, and then we'll cater to the questions. Now, I feel this is very important for both NEET and INI-CET, that you have to think, live, do, and manifest like a topper. See, I feel what people do is कि they just do an average preparation and then they think कि toppers का तो breed ही अलग होता है. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. I have had friends, very, very close friends of mine, who were basic average, below average people, and they aced INI-CET. They're doing their residencies from AIMS. I am telling you, I have so many examples in my life. I went to cerebellum felicitation ceremony and I understood most of the toppers were the people who had gotten 50,000 plus ranks in their previous attempts. So I'm just telling you, if you sit at the table and then do everything which you think a topper would be doing right now, you will become a topper. Do everything which you think a topper is doing. I used to, you know what, I used to like sit and then sometimes watch TV and then think कि यार rank 1 जिसका आना होगा, is he watching TV? So then I used to like cut it down कि no, if he is not watching TV, then I should also be not watching TV, because I have as much chance as he has to get a top 10 rank, top 100 rank, whatever. So whatever you think is necessary right now to become a topper, do that. And also believe in this thing कि ये चीज बिल्कुल नहीं होती. मैरो जीटी में जो टॉपर्स रैंकर्स होते हैं, those are only the rankers. Mostly they are not the rankers. I used to get top 20 rank in मैरो GTs. I landed up at 352. So I'm just telling you that be prepared that you might be at a good position only. Be prepared that you might be the top 100 ranker, and believe in that process and work according to that. Think according to that. Sleep according to that. When you're sleeping in the night, just believe that I am going to be rank 1, so I have to work like that. Right? So this is my last giveaway points to you guys, is that this was this one slide which I had made because this was my mantra while I was preparing. I think padhai ek apna point hota hai, and I have delivered so much through my YouTube channel and things, Instagram and everything, and which you can find very easily. But mindset एक बहुत अपना mantra होता है, where you just don't give up, where you have this resilience. That there were times when I used to feel कि यार मेरी किस्मत ही नहीं है. And I know people also think like that, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. You have to have the that not giving up energy, and that is the point right now. 4 days are left. INI-CET में make or break है. If you have the right mindset, if you feel you are going to be a topper and you behave like that for the next 4 days and in the exam, I'm just like assuring you that your result is going to be amazing. So like this, I'm giving you from my experience that life pushed me down to the ground again and again, and like I was just I gave these exams 4 times, 2 INI-CETs, 2 NEETs and whatnot. I'm just telling you, eventually जो आपकी मेहनत होती है never goes waste. So just make sure for the next 4 days you have a very, very positive mindset. The eye of a tiger कि ये है मेरा goal and I'm going to get it no matter what it takes. So I'll just now cater to whatever questions you have. Ma'am, can we? Yeah.
Yeah, I will stop presenting and then we will pick each question. I think somebody in between has asked this question that will recording will be shared. Yes, all those people, you will receive the recording over your email. You will get it by tomorrow, so just go and watch it. We'll try to share it as soon as possible because I know INI is in 4 days, but tomorrow by max you will get it. We'll start with questions. Take it.
Okay, so I'll just rush through them as well. Solving PYQs
Yeah.
beyond 2017 helpful. Not likely, not worth the trouble. If someone has done it, let them be happy, and you also be happy that question nahi aayega. What to be done for the last? Already lot of postponement drama happened. I feel last 3 days may just go through stuff. The choti copy. See, if you feel you've not made a choti copy, there are so many. You know, me like these pages on Telegram, PDF on Telegram, which are as with the name of choti copy only. Whatever people have made, क्योंकि ये वाले generic छोटी copy होते हैं like BNS, IPCs, बिल्कुल core volatile things. Do that, right? Approach to medicine and ophtha in the last month. See, medicine, I feel if you can just like, I'm not promoting a platform, but I feel like BTR is a good source for medicine. अगर आपके पास time crunch है, then you can just, just do BTR and it sums up most of the things. For Optha is not a high subject. You will not get more than 5 questions. I feel you can do it through rapid revision of whatever platform you have chosen. 5-6 videos होती हैं हर rapid revision में. Just sum it up in maximum 2-3 days and then chill. If the question comes from those parts of rapid revision videos, just attempt the question. Otherwise, just chill. There will be very bizarre questions also, but it is not on you. You are not expected to know very bizarre things of Optha. 5 questions bizarre, I let them go. It's not your fault. First, taking lot of time for solving like what done, like way to be done for narrow explanation part. The question is wrong, read the entire explanation because you got it wrong. This is where you benefit the most, right? The question is right, skim through it. Just read the highlighted part and be happy that you know the subject. Just make sure कि कोई अच्छा सा flow chart वगैरह अच्छा सा कोई table दिया हो जो कि marrow में दिया होता है. You don't miss that. That's why I'm saying skim through it. But whatever is wrong, उसको आपको अच्छे से पढ़ना है and just make a clear distinction कि this is it and this is this, right? Same question. Okay, ma'am, this is for NEET also, right? Or specific INI-CET? Yeah, it was for common both for NEET and INI-CET. Not able to say, oh, sorry. I'm from 2000, 2 बार NEET दिया, 4 बार I want to go only AIMS Delhi. लेकिन हो नहीं पाता, schedule बनाऊं, don't know what to get. All for November INI-CET, what should I do? Okay, this is a very, very personal and specific question. If this person is still online, you can text me on Instagram. I will reply to you. But for mostly for people who want to listen to this, I just want to tell you.
Yeah, and for anyone who have such kind of question and they want to have a like answer to your personal question and need help in your personal strategy, Anisha is even available for mentorship. So if you want, you can just have a session with her, whatever time duration available. She's available for 15, 30 or 60 minutes, whatever is requirement. You can talk to her over there too.
So, but just like one thing for you guys is that I feel just I can also guide you. There are so many people also, but what you need, what anyone needs for a good rank is a structured plan. Don't just like walk aimlessly. कि ये भी कर लेता हूँ, ये भी कर लेता हूँ. It's not. It actually does not work like that. You have to pen it down. You have to be very clear in your mind how to sort these 19 subjects. 19 subjects you can't even count it on one palm of your finger, like hand. So you have to be very strategic कि मुझे ये करना है, यहाँ से करना है, MCQs ऐसे करने हैं, compiled modules यहाँ से करने हैं. You should know it very clearly. That's why I'm just saying if you know it अच्छे से, just make a proper strategic plan and then follow it with discipline. Or you can like talk to some seniors or through SalaahKar or whatever you like. But you have to have a structured plan. Is it important to do SWTs or custom modules and what tags? If you're doing I feel subject-wise tests are the golden most thing. You can do that. वो तो बहुत अच्छा blend होते हैं. If you're going for custom modules, then I feel at this point of time, just put PYQ for both NEET and NEETs, right? अभी और ज़्यादा generic की ज़रूरत नहीं है. For a bigger timeline of preparation, let's say you're sitting for November INI-CET, then put all tags. Then all tags is important. Otherwise, it's not. Okay, what should can you please reveal your sources for different subjects at end? Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram or you can just search it on YouTube. I have put a video of it on YouTube as well and Instagram also, where I've very precisely and thoroughly mentioned whatever source I use, and it is a very honest take. Can I go through the PYQs one more time? The entire PYQs, I feel if I go through them quickly one more time. See, my suggestion would be last 1 year in PYQs of INI-CET. Do all those. Those are important. But usse pehle, if you have a bookmark slot, I feel wo cover ho jayega. If you still feel that you have the energy and time, then go through the entire INI-CET Q bank. One hack for PYQs is this: the bodies are different for both NEET and INI-CET, so they never swap. So if you're sitting for INI, just do INI ke PYQs, and if you're sitting for NEET, just do NEET ke PYQs. Minimum time for GT can we keep as 10 days before? Yeah, I feel 10 days se pehle mat dena. It will just bring you that anxiety. So 10 days, it's a good range. GT review is taking extremely. I have already discussed it. Ma'am, for INI is FMG bits beneficial? Yeah, last 1 year of um, FMG, both these sets. There are two sets, 300 questions in one exam. So total 600 questions if you solve, because there are two FMGs in 1 year. I feel they are very important. Usse pehle, that's if you have time, then do one more year of FMG. Usse pehle, it's futile. Not more than 2 years, not more than 4 papers. Kindly tell about your exam day. I've discussed that. मैम आरआर भी कर लिया, फोमो में बीटीआर भी कर लिया, पर दोनों याद नहीं है. Okay. So for the next 1 month, I want to tell you one more thing. Now you know what you have done. You are sorted with your कंटेंट. अब आपका नेक्स्ट 1 मंथ में गोल ये है कि मुझे कम पढ़ना है, बट मुझे उस हिसाब से पढ़ना है कि आई रिटेन थिंग्स. इफ यू हैव डन बोथ आरआर एंड बीटीआर, आई एम टेलिंग यू विद दिस कॉन्फिडेंस दैट योर थ्योरी इज ऑलरेडी सफिशिएंट. यू डोंट नीड टू एड एनीथिंग मोर than what you have already done, both of these things. Now just make sure कि मैंने इतना भी पढ़ा है ना, I am retaining most of it, and whatever I'm not retaining, I am writing it on a piece of paper because I have to do it in the last 3-4 days, which I had just mentioned. Right? So this is your aim कि इस बार ना इतनी undivided attention से पढ़ना है ना, जो भी पढ़ना है, चाहे कम पढ़ना है, फोमो तो छोड़ दो. Just do BTR and RR. And just like make sure that I am getting 80% of the content in my system. Give that conviction. This is where ranks get decided, guys. This is how, when people ask me what is the difference between a dropper, a topper, and then an average ranker, is the conviction which they study. You should study like there is nothing other than studying that is going to bother you. राइट मतलब ऐसे आपको इतने आप फोकस्ड होने चाहिए ना, इतनी बुल्स आई फोकस होना चाहिए इन दी व्हाइल यू आर स्टडीइंग दैट नथिंग इज डिस्टर्बिंग यू. ट्राई टू रिटेन एवरीथिंग. डोंट रन फ्रॉम वोलेटाइल थिंग्स कि ये तो याद ही नहीं रहेगा, छोड़ दो, माइलस्टोन्स तो याद ही नहीं रहेंगे. रीड इट अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. हर बार एक बार उसको स्किम करोगे ना, जब 5-6 टाइम जाओगे, इट विल ऑलरेडी स्टिक. एंड वंस इट विल स्टिक, इट विल नेवर कम आउट ऑफ द सिस्टम. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग दैट वाज गिवन इन दैट माइलस्टोन टेबल. So just do that. Next, do we need to check UPSC CMS recall? I had never checked it. And most of the students that I have talked to, my good rankers, they had never gone through the UPSC CMS recall. If you want to do it, there are videos on YouTube available. I think Sida you can watch those. These are Marrow faculty only puts out these video I've seen that you can see, but I don't think it's beneficial. For INI, what is your advice regarding compile modules? Yeah, I discussed cadaver, cross-sectional do for INI. Last year, there were so many. This is also one important video. So add this cross-sectional video in that list of 5 videos that we have discussed. Mindset I was recording. Okay. Mega INI BTR in last 3 days. See, I had not sat for the exam because I was that anxiety kind only. So I did not sit for the exam. But what I did was, ma'am puts out a video of the recall, na? So just watch that. Watch the video, put a pause whenever you want to answer the question and you think what you would have answered, and then check the answer, and then like get knowledge from that. Retain whatever ma'am has taught, but don't judge yourself on that. Ki, oh, mere to isme bhi nahi aaye. So don't sit for the mega NI BTR if you are that anxious kind, because it will bring in anxiety and it will demoralize you. Okay. What to be added, ma'am? Explanations will be so big. Explanations partly. Let's say there is a very big explanation. First of all, be very clear कि मेरे को इसको छोटा सा table बनाना है. Let's say you're reading abruptio. There is so much about abruptio. Pathophysiology की एक line पता होनी चाहिए बस. मैनेजमेंट की 4 बॉक्सेस बताना चाहिए. प्रीटर्म में ये करेंगे, टर्म में ये करेंगे, मदर्स टेबल में ये करेंगे, फिटस टेबल में ये करेंगे. बॉक्सेस, छोटे छोटे बॉक्सेस. दैट इज हाउ एक्सप्लेनेशन शुड बी. दैट इज हाउ योर नोट शुड बी. योर माइंड शुड फील रिलैक्स व्हाइल रीडिंग इट. ओह ओके, इट्स वेरी सिंपल. डायग्नोसिस का एक टेबल, ट्रीटमेंट का एक टेबल. जस्ट इट. Every disease in this world is like that. There is a pathophysiology about it. There how it presents clinical features about it, how you have to manage it, and then the new drugs or some peculiar points. हर disease के चार डब्बे बना के wrap that disease up. If there is some isolated fact which people have gotten right, add it into your notes. जब पढ़ोगे notes, don't stress about it too much कि ये याद करना ही करना है. जब उसको बार बार आंखों से निकलेगा ना, you will remember it अपने आप. So add these peculiar lines which 70%, let's say 70% people got it right and you feel इतना बकवास fact है. But add it into your notes. You will go through it 10 times and it will automatically get in your memory. Right? Slot as in 3 hours quota factory. Okay. Do we need to do SPM for RR from RR in last week? Or is it enough to do only recent advances? PDF of Kashish sir. In last week, I feel BTR takes precedence over everything. I'm not promoting BTR, but it is a very good source for SPM, I feel. I'm as clubbed, everything which is important in SPM is all over the place. So आपका एक थोड़ा सा at least it becomes concise somehow. So I feel BTR first, and then if you have time, to RR. But yeah, you should definitely watch the recent advances of any faculty that you like. PSM में बहुत help करते हैं. If you can somehow make up time for RR also, SPM will help you. SPM is gaining a lot of importance in the last 5-7 years. So उसके questions का number बढ़ता ही जा रहा है with the trending with the trends. So if you can somehow manage time 4-5 hours का extra time, go through the RR also. Highlight किया होगा ना आपने, कुछ ना कुछ कोई formula किया होगा. Just go through it ताकि your mind thinks कि हमने RR भी कर लिया. And I'm confident about PSM also. Marrow GT, yeah. So in INI-CET, questions are out of what we have studied. Going for might give us a lot of negatives. Are out of okay. See, I am genuinely of not of that opinion कि negatives बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएंगे. I feel you miss out on the positives. For if you attempt 20 questions, you get 16 questions wrong and just 4 questions right. Out of mere luck also, let's say. Then also it balances. And उसके ऊपर the number of questions you get right, वो बस आपके extra plus point ही आ रहे हैं. There is a video of Ravi sir also on YouTube about this. And so I genuinely feel that watch that video or whatever, like, but I genuinely feel that 190 plus तो bare minimum है ही attempt करना. अगर बिल्कुल ही जिब्रिश है, if you feel कि कुछ भी नहीं समझ आ रहा, then only go beyond कि मेरे को 10 से ऊपर छोड़ने हैं. But बाकी टाइम आपको लगता रहेगा यार, most of the people think that the exam was very difficult because exam is very difficult. INI is supposed to be very difficult. Last November is not the general trend. It is not at all. I have given 2 INIs and they were very, very difficult. These questions are out of the blue. बिल्कुल नहीं सुना होता. But you have to take the chance. You have to somehow किसी ना किसी तरीके से just like rule out things. कोई कुछ भी. But just like don't feel that you are the only one who does not know it. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows these weird questions. So somehow fight it and like don't leave more than 10 questions. That's what the general trend says. Can you reveal sources? My ANAT is weak. Is BTR enough for that? No, BTR is not enough for ANAT. You have to supplement it with either RR of whatever platform you like. RR only is enough, but you have to supplement. ANAT, so Zena ma'am is also weak. She tells it very publicly. Then do we need to look up in CMS recall we've discussed? For NEET last 3 years of PYQ plus 2 papers of FMG. Yeah, that's a very good rule. If you are doing this is actually almost sufficient. If you somehow do 5 years of NEET, that will help. That will be much more better. लोग सारे 5 years करके आएंगे, so you should be prepared for that. Going after through video of BTR, when we try to read it, it seems very lacky. Because the layout of how to connect dots after like 1 to 2 weeks. See, I feel if you're watching BTR and you're starting just right now, कि अभी आपने next year देना है या November INI-CET देना है, I feel 2 times you need to watch BTR video. Once is not enough. 2 times के बाद you will understand, okay, मैम ने ऐसे पढ़ाया था, इस डब्बे का मतलब ऐसे. So how to connect the dots is watch BTR minimum 2 times. The third time you will be confident कि this is how it was. Still, if you don't feel confident, go back to that video. उसी time कर लो, but 2 times तो minimum करना पड़ेगा आपको watch. Daily custom module tag for increasing score from 140 to 616. Okay, I feel 140. If you're getting 140 corrects in your custom module, means you're already doing good. In your GTs means you're already doing good. Then just putting in specific tags will not help. Those specific tags we've mastered this means. That is why you're getting 140 correct. Now you have to put in all tags. Now you have to understand कि आपको जो 20 push करने हैं ना. Now you have to increase your horizon to such that you are acing all those people who are already toppers. 160 is going to get you a topper rank only. So put in all tags now if you are already at 140. Can I just do all the PYQs once again after INI? Is it a good of all INI NEET FMG? No. I feel once you're done with your INI, let go of all the INI PYQs. Maximum last year of INI you can do, or INI recall, whatever, क्योंकि हो चुका होगा. Maximum that. Don't do INI के PYQs. Then do lots of NEET PYQs and FMG. INI के questions तो NEET में repeat होने के chances very nil. You can watch it on YouTube. बहुत teachers ने भी बोला. That's why I'm saying focus on NEET PYQs only and FMG के last 2 years. Then if you feel कि time बिल्कुल ही बच गया and you want to do PYQs, then go beyond 2017. That will help much more than what INI questions will help. So just like do that. Okay, मैम कभी GT में 120 से ज़्यादा नहीं आए. Is there a chance of 500 मैम? Have you seen such people? I'll give one example. A very good friend of mine gave his last GT 1.5 months before INI-CET, and he got a rank of 4,000. Here he got 135 correct. In final exam in NEET in INI, he got a rank of 75, and that is a true story. Why I'm saying this is 1 month of preparation is actually make or break. That's why I'm saying he did not test him because he was getting anxiety ki kya hoga, but he had read very consciously with full conviction in the next 1.5 months that he flipped the tables. This happens. This happens. You should have to uh, you have to sorry, you have to just understand this fact कि आपको 1 month में with full conviction you have to study and things do change. Just make a proper schedule. Okay, this is lacking. If you don't want to test yourself through GTs, then you just make a schedule कि these subjects are lacking. This is where I need to focus and stress upon that. If you run away from things which you don't feel confident about, तब वो नहीं change होगा. Don't run for things which you're already confident about. You know medicine, let it go. You don't know of the stress upon it. नो मैटर व्हाट पीपल से. लोग आपको बोलेंगे यार ऑफ था तो 5 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, मेडिसिन से 30 आते हैं. 5 से ही तो इम्प्रूवमेंट होनी है. यू ऑलरेडी आर एट 120. आपको 5 से ही तो इम्प्रूवमेंट होगी. सो फोकस ऑन दैट. एंड ओके, डिड आर BTR of okay, I'm just like skimming through questions now. I'm going to do 3 and sorry, RR plus BTR feels like 2 sources. Should I leave BTR as I marked all PYQs in RR or out of FOMO did both? No, it's not 2 source. I feel BTR is actually a repetition only for most of the subjects. So once you are sorted with RR, just go through BTR as a revision tool कि मेरा जल्दी से syllabus हो रहा है. Okay, how did you plan your revisions? See, I've already kind of told you that only कि 20 days में आपको पूरा करना है. Make your personalized schedule. जो सबसे अच्छा subject है उसको सबसे दूर, जो weakest है उसको closest. Or you can also watch. I've actually literally put a video on YouTube specifically for this, to how to plan your revision, how to plan your revision cycles. You can just go through that because you have a lack of time, not because I'm promoting that video. Then, Mama, I have done medicine from only get many. I seriously feel that medicine will be easy in the exam. I genuinely feel medicine will be on the easier side only. So if you are confident with BTR and PYQs, medicine suffices in that, right? Okay, ma'am, updates for update का कोई meaning? RR already done before BTR to be done 3 times before June. Focusing on last, will it work? Yeah, Gautam. I think this is actually a good strategy if you're doing it. PYQs last 5 days, shooty copy. Will it work? I still feel that somehow if in the last 5 days you can focus more on theory, it will help, no matter how you feel, how much confident you feel for that particular thing. Why is that? Is because PYQs तो will definitely help, but SWTs, still they will give you just random facts on your face. You will not feel कि मेरे को holistically दोबारा से prepare हो गया. But if you're so much confident about BTR, then only leave theory in the last 5 days. Otherwise, don't. Otherwise, do theory in the last 5 days. Okay. How can we improve the weakest subject to zone where 80% I can get rank? Weakest subject, if see, at this point of time, I'm going to tell you one last thing, then I think we'll hopefully wrap up the session. Everybody has a
Yeah,
weak
we are
subject.
already having time. We will wrap it up in next 5 minutes.
Yeah. Last one concluding points. If you have a weak subject, everybody has a weak subject. How to think about it is, be confident if your weak subject is a small subject, because it will not fetch you so many questions. If a big subject is a weak subject, then it is a problem. If you feel biochemistry is weak, which is mostly strong for people, then what you need to do is make sure जो भी resources आपने किए हैं, let's say BTR and RR और RR slash, master those and make sure कि इसमें से question नहीं गलत होना चाहिए, इसके बाहर आया कोई बात नहीं, it was a weak subject. Try it like that. Janan ma'am also preaches that. इतना content में से बाहर आया, I don't care. Do it like that. I have done it for my weak subject. It actually works. Don't take that stress कि मुझे सारे एग्जाम में अगर 20 क्वेश्चन बायोकेम से आ गए तो मुझे 15 ठीक करने हैं. It's okay if it is your weak subject. Do limited content, but do it with such a conviction that I will not get any question wrong if a question comes from this content. उसके ऊपर से ना I will compensate in other subjects. Everybody has a weak subject. It is okay to have a weak subject, right? So this is it from my side, guys. Thank you, Gautam. I hope it benefited you guys. And thank you, Roshan. Thanks, everyone. I just want to tell you, before your INI-CET, good luck, guys. I know you must be feeling so much stressed, and it is. I have been in this shoe, so I can genuinely feel what you guys are feeling. But I'm telling you, guys, be a warrior. If you can choose to be anything at this point of time now, be a warrior. I'm telling you, it literally helps. When you sleep today, when you sleep today, just feel कि rank one में है. This mindset helps. For the next 3 days, behave like a ranker. Give your body, give your mind that energy कि मेरे से better तो है ही नहीं कोई. Go on that overconfidence side. ताकि when you are in the exam, you know कि मैं fight करूंगा because I have the sufficient amount of knowledge to fight for it. Don't run from it. Be a warrior. INI-CET is a tough exam for everyone, right?
There is one last question. Can you just pick it up? Last question. Does it matter PG college if not got good in aims will feel low? How to get with it?
I one thing I'll tell you, I dropped a seat of NEET of AIMS Delhi ophthalmology, a very good college, what people dream of, and a good seat also. Like RPC is an amazing center, and now I'm doing radiology from a government college, GMCH Chandigarh, my own PG UG college. It really does not matter, guys. Once in your residency, it will not matter. A PGGR1 is a knocker, is a servant in every college, no matter where you go. But for those 5-7 days when you get these interviews, everybody thinks that I am this, I am going to AIMS Delhi. Once you enter AIMS Delhi, you will be a servant. You will be a servant in any GMCH, any private college, any AIMS. वो सारा confidence, ego lose हो जाती है. So just, I am telling you, it really does not matter. Just go for the branch. And ये भी बातें exam के बाद की हैं. कुछ matter नहीं करता. Doing a PG in itself is a very, very big thing, guys. PG भी छोड़ो. Sitting here and listening to whatever I have to say, trying to do better in life is the maximum that you should do, and you are already doing that. So you already are a winner. Okay.
It's really a wonderful session, Anisha. Thank you for helping them with this. And if all of you need any help at any point of time, feel free to reach out to us. Or if you want to have a word with Anisha, she's available both on her Insta, or you can just have a one-on-one session with her. So guys, good night. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. And all of you, we'll share the recording very soon.